Hello, just gonna be replacing the pilot jet in my carburetor here. It's the 2005 Sportster, so it's the last Harley Davidson to have a carburetor on it. It's the very last one. 2006 went all fuel injected, and the big bikes are already fuel injected by 2005. But the Phillips head screws on here suck. They always strip out or round out the heads, and it's hard to adjust the pilot. I can't even see it. This is with the front cover off, the chrome cover off, so it's still bad now, and it's up under here. So I got some parts from CVP. Here they are here. For starters, the bottom bolts for the float bowl, and they're proper Allen heads, so they won't just strip out or round out. A bracket for my choke pull to put the choke pull on the right side by the carburetor, so clean up the left side instead of having it by the horn and all that stuff, because you have your horn, your fuel reserve valve, your plug wires of course, plus the choke and all that stuff, and it's just kind of a busy little area down there. It doesn't look good, and it's hard to find the tank valve or else the choke when you really need it. And a 48 pilot jet. I've got pipes on the bike, and it's just when I'm about quarter throttle, so the odd time, maybe changing elevation or changing air temperature, it'll kind of buck a little bit, and just have that little starving for fuel kind of surge to it. So it's going to try that. I already have my mixture screw out quite a bit, and I'm still not doing it, so I'll spot an easy adjustment mixture screw so that you can just reach in and adjust your mixture while the bike's sitting there idling, get it just right. And if anything's wrong, you just reach down and adjust it, and instead of having to go up with a tiny screwdriver and try to find it with burning hot pipes right there and everything. Okay, so I'll just be installing that stuff, and I'll fast forward through most of it to kind of keep the video short. Okay. This will be a 5:30 seconds. There it goes. So I've ported out the intake manifold. You can see how nice and smooth it is, and got it just right. Got to make sure the seal is good. Any problem at all with this seal, you have to change it right away, because that will create so many running issues. It's unbelievable. Give you a vacuum leak, and it'll never run right and won't idle. So very important seal, and cheap too. And then of course the next seals are the ones under the manifold itself. They're tricky to change, but I changed those two. Also very important, have to be set in just right. the right twist and right level. And if any problems at all with running, change the seals almost first, and your spark plugs, and then kind of go from there. So this screw here will still hold it on there. I'll have to loosen that off a bit to get the. Actually, no, I'm not taking that off, so it should be fine. It should stay on there. The bracket should go on the other side. So it's a spring pressing it up. The spring that allows or closes the valve here. Okay, go grab my first set of parts. So I want the top screws and the bracket. All these go in below. Now I'm wondering if one of the screws a bit longer than the other. Yes, it is. So 2 of them are. Interesting. Yes. Nuts. What the hell are nuts for? Don't understand nuts. Oh, this way? Oh, this way. I want to the other side. Oh, no. Oh, I see. They give you longer screws for the plate, but really that's more important to have a longer screw than the plate, so they should give you 3 long screws and 1 shorty, but they don't. Oops. I don't know about these nuts. Spare parts so far. Now it'll probably change when I realize what I did wrong. Then I have to redo it all. So already these are tighter than the screws ever were. You can't tighten a Phillips head screw very tight. Just the screwdriver jumps out, or the head head rounds out. So definitely a big improvement to get proper Allen head screws in here. Still moves up and down slowly. I can feel air coming out, so it should be sealed. I don't think it just got disturbed all that much. So how is this gonna go? Like that, I guess. How the hell does that work? I have to feed it through here first. Like this should be slotted, so you can slip this in. What the hell? Where's that gonna go? That's not gonna go. It's got an edge here, so it can't go that way. And I want you to unscrew it. Right here, I guess. Great! Size it'll be. 9/16 or so. Well, that's not gonna fit through there either. There's no way that'll fit. I'm gonna take this off and cut it. Shit. I can't go. What the hell? That is so stupid. No, that's impossible. Anyway, good opportunity to check this out. If this sticks, because it's just the spring that shoves that forward. If that sticks open, then your bike will always be on choke. It'll gas will go through the choke circuit and flood or enrich your bike, probably flood it. Well, that sucks. I'll take this off and cut it. It's so stupid. Oh, I can't believe that. Alright. I'll put that back in so it doesn't get shit in the carburetor. Oops. Yeah, that's good. There we go. Okay, so let's work on the bottom then. To figure this out later, I'll make sure you have to cut it, but I don't know how else you can possibly get this on. Okay. Probably lose some gas here. Yeah, there we go. Okay, take this off. I've had these screws out quite a few times, so they're done. Oh, there's more gas. Oop. Ah, thank God they all came out. I was worried that they'd be damn it. They'd be stripped and not come out. Last time I did it, I was like praying they would tighten. They did tighten and hold, but just the heads, the screw heads just get all messed up. Just watch your accelerator pump here. And which comes. That's good to see, nice and clean, no shit in there for bad gas or what have you. Get that out of the way. Okay, so now we're gonna look for our pilot jet, which is way down in here, down this hole. There's the main jet. There's a float. You don't want to bump that wrong because that's just a tab that's bent. Oh, looks like mine's a bit out. Or how do you do it? Like that? Yeah, like that. Oh shit, mine's way out. Yeah, I should fix that. Nope, still not fixed. I'm gonna take a look at that. Pow! Just get the pilot out with your handy flathead that I can never find. Yep. Where is that thing? Gotta be out. I don't know what's going on there. There we go. Yeah, so it looks to be at 45. Yeah, 45 was in there, so going to a 48. Double bagger. Yeah. You know she's good looking when you do a double bagger. There we go. Screwdriver. That's to be good. There we go. Now, the float is kind of concerning. That line should be flat. But it is not. So this tab has to go down a little bit. Ah, there we go. Now it's up a bit still. There we go. Ah, now it's down a bit. Shit. There we go. That's pretty good. Let's leave it like that. Okay. Now I'll get my hardware kit for the bottom end. Yeah, both hardware. Make sure I didn't put the wrong ones in the top. Come on out. Come on, washer. Ah, shit. Okay. Where to put them? So I have to watch the accelerator pump. Make sure that goes in the correct hole with no problems. And then make sure all the other items go where they should go. There we go. Should slide in nicely. Oh, check the seal. I forgot to check the seal. That's good. It's in there tight. It's an O-ring seal. I think I've replaced that from my mini carburetor removals. I'm just gonna find an open spot here. Ah, so much better, thank goodness. Ah, good, yes. Oh, thank goodness. What a difference. Like, that's the way they should come from the factory for sure. I don't know how much was saved on the shitty screws, but it's definitely worthwhile to put proper fasteners in, because I mean, it's an adjustable part. When you change elevation or whatnot, you need to adjust the thing. So it's not a lifetime fit, and it's gonna have to come apart, like it or not. Can basically just set up for your area, and then that'll be that. And then if you go up a mountain, it's going to be a bit rich. If you go down to the sea level, it'll be a bit lean. But that's kind of what you got to do with carburetors. But if you move into the mountains and you want to rejet it, you're going to be running it in high elevation all the time. Or also this be it'll never really run right. Yeah, okay. So definitely better to get the best carburetor part is the fuel injection system. It's just so much better. It self-tunes, you know, multiple times a second, and it's way better. It makes the engine last a lot longer. No flooding, no lean, no nothing. It just runs right. Carburetors are neat, and they're good to tune if you're into tuning, but you can also tune a fuel injection system and don't have that pain in the ass that you have with a carburetor. Okay, so let's get the, I hate this thing, the idle mixture screw. It's plagued me for a long time, so I'm really happy to get rid of this piece of shit. I just can't adjust it. Oh god, no, it won't come out. I'll have to drill it. Shit. Okay, the hole's drilled out, but it's not wide enough. You can still see some of the original metal there. That's gonna have to come out to allow the screw to come out to get my good adjuster in there. There's the fuel drain that I should have used when I took the carburetor off, but I didn't. Okay, so whenever you work on a carburetor, always have it in a vacuumed, tight area with no debris or dust, and only be worked on by a professional. Oh my god! Is it out? Yeah, that should be good. I'm starting to drill into the pilot screw. Hopefully it'll be able to come out. Let's just shake it out a little bit. Try to get most of the debris out of it. Okay, let's try this again and see if it'll come out. Just about there. Well, look who it is. It's the pain in the ass pilot screw. There we go. You are a pain in the ass. So let's grab the new one. Instruction. Oh my God. Yep, they give you the drill bit size and everything. Okay, sounds good. I think that's very good. They give you tuning tips and stuff like that, so save you a whole bunch of grief. This is the original. And there's the new one. Go to the magnifying glass. That's good. They look basically the same, but one's a piece of shit and the other one's good. So, ooh, which way did that come off? Oh, two things. Great. I'm gonna say O-ring and then washer. No, washer then O-ring. Did it say? The washer must be between the spring and the O-ring. Okay. Thank you for those instructions because I screwed up. There we go. Oops. There we go. Beauty. Okay. Last load of shit out of there. There we go. I think it's this one. Ah, good. Uh-oh. Just a second. Oh, that's not good either. That's really not good. Oh, I'm gonna have to get some shit out of there. Ah, yes. Here they are. I'm just gonna clean out that carburetor a little bit first. Okay. Do the wheel. Okay. Let's take a look. I guess most of that shit's out of there. The old plug and guck. No, it's not plugged up yet. Okay, where'd that spring go to? So I'll go over there. Right by the wheel. There we go. Good hiding spot. Okay, same thing again. stop this time and ram it home. There we go. What the fuck? Tight threads. Everything looks okay, so I'm assuming I'm not going to smash anything up here. Okay, they said there should be 2 threads showing all the way in, so I'll be careful at this point. I think that could be it. Yep. There we go. So one, oh, hang on. Yeah, one. Buzz for a reason. And 2. So 2 turns out. Actually, can you see that needle when it comes up all the way? I don't know. Yeah, it's good to turn now, so that's good. Yeah, you can, okay. So you can actually see the needle poking up through the pilot hole when it's all the way in. So let's turn it out. 1 and 2 turn. And try it like that. Then I'll follow the instructions on setting the idle. Get the bike warm, like hot, like this is hot, not just kind of run for 2 minutes. Like get it warm, and then set it up at a common place that you ride at. Don't ride up a mountain and set it, or ride down to the valley and set it. Just set it where you usually ride and then go from there. So I'll have to cut this, I suppose. This bracket, that'll be next. I'll go check the website, make sure that I'm not missing anything, but it can't go, this end can't pass through and this end can't pass through, so. But I do like the idea of having it up there. Just reach down and get it from this side. Okay, so I'll put that in a separate video. Okay, from the magic power of YouTube, this cable does come apart. I can't find a video that does exactly this. I see pictures of it installed, and the CV site has a little bit of information, which is very good, but not the whole thing. So let's see if we can get this thing. Ah, I see. Okay, so you push this in and it comes off. Ah, ingenious. There we go. Okay, that makes a lot more practical, at least. Okay, so I'll keep this somewhere clean. A spring, and then this should pull off. Ah, there we go. It does. And this is a regular cable, like on a bicycle or whatever. That's good. So let's take this off. The jam nut and a lock nut. Ah, now it fits through. Good. So let's put that on there. They're also saying that this isn't going to work with a stock air cleaner, so that'll be my next hurdle, I guess, to get over, but we'll see. Get a car back in place and go from there. Let's get the jam nut just finger tight for now, in case it does have to come off or whatever. Okay, so you don't have to cut your bracket, which was kind of odd. I don't know. They could still just have it cut, but whatever. It's probably stronger this way. Oh, it definitely will be stronger that way. Okay, so reassembly here. And then in there. There we go. And the spring. Slide that over there. And this is where I shoot my little valve across the room. Should just take me a second. Okay, come on, get in there. It's gotta be easier way, but I don't think so. Okay. Again, therefore it pops back out. And there you go. So again, make sure this is super clean. It cannot hang off. If it does, you'll have nothing but problems. Oh, now. So I can't twist it anymore like I was, so I'll have to thread it properly now. It's just plastic going into aluminum, so gotta make sure it doesn't cross thread, and then it doesn't require much tightening. Just get it to seat, but it definitely does have to seat. Yeah, this could be a work it in, I guess. Inch. Now we get it. 9/16. It's a rubber boot. Just does not want to let it twist. Probably be better if I put some lubricant on it, but try not to. Hard to access. It's too bad this plastic nut wasn't a bit wider, then you could get it easily. But since it's out of production, I don't think anyone really cares anymore. Just gotta live with it. There we go. So it's just seated now. Just if I can. There we go. That's good. As long as it's seated, then you know the length will be correct. And it seems to move, so it pulls itself back in. Not too much problem, so that should be fine. It's going around the fuel line, and that'll be okay like that. It's just so important that it shuts off, like otherwise it'll just be a nightmare. It should be okay. No, I don't know why it won't fit with the air cleaner. I guess I'll find out pretty soon. Okay, so let's go through, take some filings off so I don't send them into the engine. Okay, let's make sure everything's tight. And I hope that I won't have to take this back off. Maybe forever. It'll be weird riding this bike without taking the carburetor off every couple weeks. If this works out, which I think it will. Everything's good and tight. To check for leaks later once we get the fuel back connected. So this must be clean. Don't put any shit on it. It'll just mess you up later. Nice and clean, nice and clean. Nice soft rubber gasket or seal. Let's see now. I see it. Pull through. There we go. There. That looks good. Yeah, it's gonna be in the way there. So can that go behind? I have to now pop this back off and put so get the fuel line to go behind. There. Let's see if we'll go on that way. That's adjustable too, so I can move that if I need to. Let's see here. Oh, can I get that up through there? So that'll be like that. There's a bit of a hole here. I might sneak through. Or off to the side even. I mean, it's come up like that or around the bolt. It's not going to reach my tank anymore. I'm thinking I put it back here. Come up through here maybe. Can't stay there. Or can it? No. Or yeah. Oh, maybe it can. I don't know if it'll reach my tank without shoving the carburetor over too far. Well, I mean, that's not too bad like that. Put the protective cover all the way down. Try to keep it from rubbing through. Maybe that'll work. Oh, let's find out. Yeah, they're O-ring for this thing. That one's pretty much toast. It is toast. There we go. Oh, a couple more like that. You see how I've had to epoxy this cheap shit plastic air cleaner cover. Definitely not good. Although it probably did get damaged. This bike's gone down really bad and it's written off, so probably damaged at that point in time, but still. Of all the metal on this bike, I don't know why they went for this plastic piece. Anyway, let's get this started. can get an idea of how it's going to line up. What's happening in the fuel line? It's not pinched. Carburetor's way up. Let's see if I can come back. No, I think so. And that might be it. That's gonna help. Yeah, maybe. Let's get it off. It's fine. I'll get that first. Where's the one? Looks like pretty okay. This guy. Like that. Nice, crazy rubber this right too. Okay. Oh, I can do that. Okay, there we go. Okay, got there, fine. Use these. A few ones okay. Started. Oh, started. Well, it seems to be okay so far. Moves freely and is tight. I don't know what they're talking about the air cleaner. There's quite a bit of room here. I don't know what they're talking about. You have to reach around the tank once it goes on to get it onto there, but everything's touching and tight. Well, tight as the plastic will tighten up on it. Put my little breather doodads back in. And then bolts. Under back, turn on. Well, kind of a hokey fit, the whole thing, so hopefully it'll be okay. It looks like it seals up all the way around though, so should be good. It's just plastic, so you can't really torque them. I've never had them come loose, so it should be okay. So I guess that's about it. I don't know why they said it wouldn't go. Maybe if you have the chrome piece on, it'll bump against this, I'm assuming. But I don't use that anyway. It's just hit my leg on it and it's just big and heavy and gaudy, so I just leave that off and leave this on like that. So should be okay. I'll tighten up this jam nut and take a quick check over. The carburetor looks to be sitting in its boot straight and even. The fuel line's touching, but you can still move it, like, and that's on the protective guarding, so it's not pinched. And the choke cable is coming around the 90-degree fitting, it all looks okay, so hopefully it'll be okay. Should last the summer anyway, and then the fuel line will still reach the tank, so should be okay. So definitely good quality parts from the CV Performance, if you're blessed enough to still be running a carburetor and not fuel injection. There you go, it's got the CVP choke relocator in. Clears the tank and easy to reach without the stock air cleaner on the lid, but like I say, I just use this one, or just like this. I just put stickers over here to cover the two holes so the air seals out, but it's easy to access and tucks in there where it's kind of sight unseen anyway. And then the benefit of it is that it clears up this side, so nice and clean looking. Just the fuel valve is the only thing left. Got rid of the horn, just tied my stock spark wires up against the factory harness, and then took the horn bracket off and whatever. Oh, got rid of the choke, of course. So now just see the big twin, that's about it, and no crap in the way. So you can see right down to the manifold and the bolts now and everything. So I like the look a lot better, a lot more functional too. Don't have to like fumble around between the horn and the choke and looking for the valve and all that stuff. So it's a lot cleaner and simpler. So fits good, no problem, and good quality part.